You and I have both traveled far, Ten.
You know my name?
Yes, you are the bearer of light.
Who are you? Why were you waiting for me here?
I am the guardian of the crystal. A few days ago, after many thousands of years, it came to life. For me, that was the sign. So I am here. Now you must take the crystal. It is yours.
I can feel the mark on the palm of my hand. It has a strange warmth.
That mark is the sign of the light bearer, Ten. Your crystal is helping the power you carry to become one with you. That is what you are feeling.
To become one with me? I don't understand.
The power has slept for hundreds of generations. Now it flows through you and becomes part of you.
What is the crystal for?
It is a container of journeys. It contains one now. Only you can make the journey because you are the bearer of light.
Tell me about this journey.
I only know it will take you even further than Shambhala.
You say it contains journeys, but has only one now. How can other journeys be put into it?
If you study the crystal, you will see there are markings. Use them to find the exact place where you must be for the crystal to receive another journey.
I have traveled in the crystal.
That voyage has only begun, Ten. Read the markings on the crystal. They will guide you to places where it can receive more of the journey. Try it now. The markings will show you what to look for.
I remember nothing of my journey here. Why did I come?
Because you are the bearer of light. Because a secret part of you was awakened and led you here.
Explain this to me.
There are many things I do not know, Ten.
What can you tell me?
The light and the dark both heard the call and have awakened. The light must travel to the dark. I will help you reach Shambhala.
Shambhala exists only in dreams and children's tales.
If that is so, then I will help you to a dream.
How?
There is a way, a road. Long ago your ancestors prepared it, then broke it into 6. Only you can find the pieces and reach Shambhala. Remember the path you travel.
Why must I go there?
Because you carry the light.
What is this triangular thing?
It is part of a road, Ten. When it is in place, it will take you to another place where another piece of the road is waiting for you.
Phelim, are you daydreaming again? Those illustrations won't do themselves, you know. Let's have a look at your work there. Well, that's interesting. It puts me in mind of one of the old pagan stories. Jesus, Mary and Joseph, that must be Finbar. Would you go out and see what he's done to himself? Hurry up now. Go and see the brother Finbar. He must have done himself an injury.
Brother Finbar? Are you alright, brother? Has something happened to you? Brother, I've seen Finbar.
Have you, lad? And how is he?
He seems to be moonstruck. He just stands there and won't say a word.
Moonstruck, is it? I'm feeling that way myself, Phelim. As if half of me had fallen down a hole or been swallowed by some passing beast.
What's to be done about Finbar?
Do whatever seems best, lad. I'll pray for all of us. Do you know what I think? It's all connected to that star that's been shining in the day, I'd swear on it.
What can you tell me of the weeping head in the church porch, brother?
The weeping head? Ah! That would be the Holy Virgin, my boy. In pagan times, they said it was Onya, of course.
Onya?
That's right. One of the old goddesses, you know. They say she killed Ahil, the king that's buried in the mound outside, and felt sorry for it afterwards, which is why the head weeps. Ah, sure, she's gone now, along with all the rest of them, thanks be to God.
Who are you?
I am Dian Kerst, a physician and a craftsman. It was I made Nuada's silver hand for him, and his sword.
Who's the man sitting over there?
That's Nuada, once king of all the Tuatha.
He looks worried.
So he should. A shadow has taken Nuada's hand from me. The silver hand I made for him to replace the one he lost in battle. Without it, he can't fight the Fomorach.
A shadow took it.
Aye, a Fomorach shadow, and took it to Bresh's glass tower.
Who's Bresh?
That ugly half-Fomorach that's standing guard over us. He's the king now, and we are no better than prisoners. The Fomorach will lay waste to the land, and to the Tuatha, if Nuada doesn't have his silver hand.
How can the hand help you?
Only Nuada's sword can kill Bresh, lad. And how can he wield it without his silver hand? The shadow's taken it down to the glass tower, down in a watery hole.
Where? What watery hole?
You'll have to find it. Bring me the tower of glass.
Did the shadow take the sword as well?
The sword! Where is it? The shadow didn't touch it, I'm sure of that. We'll need the sword as well, lad. You'll have to find it.
Nuada hasn't found his sword?
Well, if he has, I can't see it. The hand'll be no use without that sword.
Is there no other sword he can use?
Another sword? You don't understand. I myself forged that blade for him long ago, and many's the Firbolg and Fomorach has felt its bite. There's no other sword that can kill Bresh.
Tell me about the monster over there.
Bresh? He's half Fomorach, half Tuatha. A cursed mix if ever there was one. And since the king lost his hand, Bresh has ruled over all.
Who are the Fomorach?
The enemy. They were the Firbolg's enemy, and now they're ours. And they'll destroy us all if Nuada doesn't get that silver hand I made for him.
How can Bresh be defeated?
Only one way, lad. Nuada must kill him with the sword I made him. But he can't do that if he doesn't have the silver hand.
Can no one else defeat the Fomorach?
No, only Nuada. He was our king and must be again. Or else there will be no light in the world at all.
That statue is a fine work. Who's the girl?
My daughter, Ermich.
The hand! That shadow stole it. I must have it back. And where's my sword? That wasn't taken. But I can't see it. To kill the Fomorach, I need them both. Why isn't my sword at my feet? I'll need it, boy, to kill old Bresh. That and the hand.
What can you tell me of the strange markings on the church wall?
They've always been there, you know. It's Ogham, the writing used by the heathen druids. I don't know what it means, I'm sorry.
I wish I could read it.
Is that right? Huh, that's very funny.
How do you mean, funny?
Speaking of the Ogham, put me in mind of a key I have. You take it now, and see if there's anything you can do with it.
What does it open, brother?
Do you know, I can't remember, but I'm sure you'll find it. You're a clever young fellow, Phelim. You'll find it, whatever it is.
know what these trees are, brother?
Well, I'm sure I do. I've always had a fondness for trees, Phelim. Is there one in particular you're interested in? Sure, that's a birch tree, so it is. Well, that's an ash tree, of course. There was one standing right up against the church, but that was long ago. Ah, the handsome oak. There was one, you know, that grew beside the standing stone. Now that's a hazel tree, and a fine tree it is. I've never been one for fir trees myself, but there are people who swear by them. Do you not recognize elder when you see it? Elderberries make a very effective wine, very efficacious. There was one growing a long while back up against the standing stone. I think you're having me on, Brother Phelim. How could you possibly not recognize a gorse-bush? Whitethorn. Ah, Phelim, the blossom on them.
Who are you? Why can't you talk? There must be some way I can help you to talk. Say something.
A force. A dark force is abroad.
Yes, what is it? Who are you?
Freed from its chains, seeking to destroy us. You are its enemy.
What is this force? What can I do?
Ride the white horse.
The white horse? Where is it?
Read the stone.
Read the stone to ride the horse? I'm not sure I understand. Tell me who you are.
You'll need the knife, of course. Bring it to me. Gorev on Forsalat. The knife is ready for the trees.
Tell me who you are.
Ahil is my name. Back from the dead.
Who were you when you lived?
A king. A proud one.
How did you die, King Ahil?
An ugly death I died. Onye, the goddess, crushed me and scattered my bones.
What had you done to deserve her anger?
A foul thing it was that I did to her. Too foul for words. I deserved no better death.
There are markings etched in a stone that is part of a wall. Do you see the ones I mean?
I do. It is one of the walls to a dwelling.
Who lives there?
The goddess Onya lived there. But she has gone, like me.
What are the markings?
You will need the knife.
Ah, the handsome oak. There was one, you know, that grew beside the standing stone. Do you not recognize elder when you see it? Elderberries make a very effective wine, very efficacious. There was one growing a long while back up against the standing stone.
Tell me about the standing stone, brother.
There's nothing I can tell you, Phelim. They say it's been there since long before the Holy Patrick converted our ancestors to the true faith.
I've caught the horse, Ahil.
Now you must ride him across the water.
Well, well, 'Tis not often I get a blackbird like myself for company.
Ah, is that right?
Have you come far?
Not so far, no.
Good, good. You'll not be stopping long, I take it. You'll be on your way again soon enough.
I don't want to overstay my welcome. My name is Phelim.
Phelim. A fine name for a blackbird. Me own name is Finton, by the way.
Do you happen to know of a glass tower in these parts?
Well, I have heard tell of such a thing, but I've not seen it for myself. I'd say it must be a fine sight altogether. Have you laid eyes on it yourself at all?
I haven't, no. I'm here to find it.
Is it far you have come?
Not so far, no.
You'll not be stopping long, I take it. You'll be on your way again soon enough.
Just as soon as I find the glass tower.
That's fine then. It's a fine day for it anyhow.
I could be here a while if I can't find the tower, of course.
Oh, is that right? Well, you'd best start looking for it then.
Where should I look?
Well, if it's not on the ground, and it isn't, and if it's not above the ground, and it isn't, then there's only one place left. Here's a wee stick to help you. Don't dawdle and dither and tarry now. It's the early bird catches the worm.
Tell me about yourself, Finton.
'Tis a sad tale, Phelim. A powerful epic of tragic intensity.
Well, could you summarize it for me? Or I'll be here all day.
Summarise, is it? What's the world coming to it all?
How did you get to be a blackbird?
'Twas Anya, the goddess Anya. Stay well clear of her, Phelim, I'm telling you. Never address a poem to her, even if you're desperate.
Was it she that made a bird of you?
It was, to be sure, the old hag. You see, the way of it was, I had composed a few verses, hardly any worth speaking of, praising her as my inspiration. You know the way it's done. Then I came across the story of Ermige, the healer's daughter, and my heart was no longer my own.
And so Onya punished you from jealousy.
Indeed she did. No more a man, and not quite a bird. But do you know, I haven't given up hope. Not at all. One day she'll take pity and set me free. Free to fly the skies of Ireland.
Do you remember a man called Ahil?
And why wouldn't I? The fellow with the horse. Sure, he often came here with the woman. Never the same one at all. A terrible man.
How am I to get down that well?
Your trouble is you're a bird like myself, Phelim. What you need to do is become more of a fish. You see what I mean?
How can I become a fish, Finton?
Well, I can't help you there. But if you're willing, you'll find a way. You can be sure of that. Hope springs eternal and so on. Never say die, etc.
There's a giant snake down that well.
That's awful news, Phelim. Awful news. I knew of a girl who could have helped you easily. Ermige. Her father was a craftsman. and healer to a king. The very finest, so it was said, but Ermich was finer still. 'Tis for love of her that I'm a blackbird now.
You can't kill anyone or anything with that sword, boy. Only I can. And only if I have the silver hand. Find it for me.
You can't harm Bresh, young fellow. Only King Nuada, with silver hand and sword, can kill the Fomerach.
Where is your daughter?
Ermij. She's there, lad. That statue is her.
I don't mean the statue, I mean your real daughter.
My daughter is the statue. It was Onya made her that way, out of spite.
Onya? Who's that?
Do you not know who the goddess Onya is? You're joking me.
But what did Ermich do to upset her?
Nothing at all. Onya was angry for some reason, and my girl paid for it. If she weren't a statue, she might be able to help you.
How? What could she do?
Well, there's no point in talking about it, unless of course you could persuade Onya to change her mind. And I don't see how you'll do that.
Do you know of a poet called Fintan?
I do not. Is there any reason that I should?
He chose your daughter for inspiration.
Now, why would he do a thing like that?
Fintan's a poet. Where would he be without his muse?
And what does this Fintan have to do with me?
Well, before Ermich, his muse had been the goddess Onya.
Onya! I see it now. The fool scorned her by choosing another muse, and she took out her spite on my poor Ermich.
And on Fintan, the poor man's half blackbird.
Is that right? Good enough for him.
Have you heard tell of Fintan the poet?
The songbird. Ha 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 ha.
Do you know his story?
Who does not? He wooed Anya with his verses, then was foolish enough to set his cap at another muse, a scrap of a girl from a story he heard.
And Anya was not best pleased.
Finton always claimed he'd been a songbird in another life, you see. So didn't Anya only make him one again?
What do you know of a healer's daughter called Ermij?
Ermij of the Tuatha?
Do you know what happened to her?
She had the misfortune to be the unknowing muse of a foolish poet, and was the object of the goddess Anya's anger.
What can be done for her, Ahil?
Only Anya can undo what has been done, boy. And there's no Anya now, not since the ancient sun stopped spinning across the sky. You'll not be speaking to her.
I'm talking to you, am I not? And you are dead 1,000 years. Why wouldn't I speak with Anya?
Well said. She'd thank you for it, so she would. The old sun crossing the sky again. What a sight that would be.
Brother Liam?
What is it, Phelim?
The ancient sun or the old sun, do they mean anything to you?
Is there any reason why they should?
The ancient sun spinning across the sky?
Now that's a strange thing. It puts me in mind of Bridget's cross, so it does. Here.
Will you tell me of this cross, brother?
Why, Phelim, do you not know a Bridget's cross when you see one? It was the pagan cross of the Irish.
You mean the people worshipped it?
Well, I can't really say if they worshipped it or not, but they made many like it. It always reminds me of the sun spinning in the sky. That one I gave you used to be in the church, you know, before I took it down. It wasn't really a fitting place.
I have come.
You are Anya?
I am. I am here.
Nuada, who was once king of the Tuatha, needs help.
That man will always need help. I have no help for him.
Ahil spoke to me of you.
You speak not only to goddesses, but to the dead. Yes, Ahil has cause to remember me.
He said he'd done you a great wrong.
He spoke no more than the truth.
But he didn't say what his crime was.
He raped me. Me, Anya. He was a proud, impatient little king. But he's dead, so why speak of him?
I have met a poet called Finton.
What of it?
He believes himself to be a blackbird.
Yes?
It was you made him that way.
He sings prettily, doesn't he? He scorned me.
And the girl, Ermich, that you made into a statue. She had done you no wrong. You had no reason to punish her.
I was angry. Isn't that a good reason?
I don't believe so. I need her help, and she can't give it to me.
Would you care to be a statue as well, little man?
No, I wouldn't. I ask you to free her, and the poet Fintan.
That is a lot to ask. What have you done for me?
I have set the ancient sun spinning across the sky. How many have done as much, or wanted anything in your gift these 500 years?
That was well said. It shall be as you ask. Stranger!
You are Ermich, aren't you?
I am. And you?
I am called Phelim.
I owe you many thanks, Phelim. There was something I would have given as a gift to you, but it was taken from me.
I ask for no gift, Ermich. Who took this thing from you?
The shadow, Phelim. The same that took the silver hand from my father.
And what did the shadow do with it? Is it in the glass tower with the hand?
No, the Formerach Bresh keeps it on him.
Did you know it was Onya that made you a statue?
Yes, but I never knew why.
And did you know you were a poet's muse?
I did not. Why he should choose a craftsman's daughter is a wonder to me.
Tell me about yourself, Ermich.
There is little to tell. I am a healer, like my father, and like him, I will do what I must to see Nuada king once more and to drive the Formerach from the land of the Tuatha.
How did Nuada lose his hand?
It was cut off in battle, Phelim. Without another, he has no right to kingship over the Tuatha. That's why my father made him the Silver One. With that, he can wield the sword and win back his rightful place from Bresh.
Your father is a gifted man, Ermich.
He is Dian Cecht, the finest craftsman and healer of the Tuatha. There is none more gifted.
There's a snake that guards the tower in the well, and I don't know how to get past it.
I could have helped you. If only...
If only what, Ermich?
If only I had my salmon.
Well, where is your salmon?
I don't know. I should have it. It must be somewhere.
There must be a way to get past the snake in the well.
Well, if you were to get my salmon back to me, I think I could help.
But what if the shadow who took the hand took your salmon as well?
He didn't. The worst of the curse on me was that I saw and heard even as a statue. The shadow took the hand from my father and something from me, but it wasn't the salmon.
What happened to it then?
I can't remember. I'm sure I had it once, and should have it now. It's as if it's been forgotten.
Didn't you get your salmon back?
I did. It was a great blessing, Phelim.
Where is it?
I've made something from it. Something that will help you. It's an amulet you can use to breathe beneath the water and also to protect yourself. Take it.
How am I to use the salmon you gave me?
I don't know, Phelim. I made it for you, but I don't know how you'll use it.
I have the glass tower.
Good lad, give it to me now. The tower of glass. Good man. Not easy to break, from what I've heard. Let me think now. Yes, I know what I'll say to it. Gumwiga kobug, luglugar hu. There, that should do the trick.
What did you do to it?
Have you not been listening? I've woven a bit of fragility into it. It's up to you now, young fellow.
The hand. Now, boy, give me my sword. look at Finbar over there. He's nearly right as rain. And I can say the same for myself. I thought a little celebration wouldn't be a bad thing. Are you coming? Mary and Joseph, where did that thing come from? And I wonder what this is. Here, maybe you can make something of it, Phelim. Are you right, Finbar? And why wouldn't I be? Away we go then.
Begun the journey in the crystal. I wonder where it leads.
You will learn. First there is Shambhala. Complete the road, 10, and all will become clear.
Cousin, we've been waiting for you.
What news of the enemy, Tibet?
Forgive me, I must first report to the king.
My elder brother's growing weaker. He still clutches at vain hopes. You've been spying on the enemy army. You know the truth.
The feathered serpent does not hear. He has heard nobody for many years. He sleeps. The feathered serpent's brother is strong now. Tezcatlipoca will protect us.
The jaguar is indeed a powerful god, and you are worthy to be his high priest. He requires much blood, I believe.
Yes, cousin, he shall have blood, and we shall have his chulel. His time has come. It's the season of the jaguar.
The king and his daughter will be offered in sacrifice tomorrow at dawn. The Lord Tezcatlipoca, who is the jaguar and the smoking mirror, will grant us his power.
Our city always honored the god Tezcatlipoca, Holy One. As his high priest, you are worthy of the finest honors, but our strength comes from Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent.
No, boy, it doesn't. The feathered serpent has left us. His chulel has left us. Tezcatlipoca, his brother, has taken the chulel from him. Strong is Tezcatlipoca, and deep his blood thirst.
What do you say of the star that shines in the daylight sky? It has been there for half a month.
It is an omen, Tepek, an omen of death and rebirth. The dying king offers his own and his child's heart to rekindle the sacred flame of life, the chulel.
Maybe it's a sign of something else.
What? You would dispute with the holiest astrologers? The signs are clear. The smoking mirror awakes. His hunger cannot be satisfied.
You look well, my prince.
Yes, unlike my brother the king, I am in good health. Unless the feathered serpent answers his pleas by moonrise, I will be king in his place.
The prince is strong as a bull. Tezcatlipoca will offer us the bloody power of his chulel.
Our city will once again be strong. King Shul of Calco will tremble before us.
And what news of the corn crop, my prince?
Hopeless, cousin. It's dying. You know the reason.
Tell me.
Chulel. Our city has lost its chulel. It has no life left.
The feathered serpent sleeps. He has no more chulel to give us. We must turn to a stronger god. Powerful is Tezcatlipoca. Bloody his reign.
How is the king?
You will see for yourself when you report to him. He's very weak. My brother the king has given most of his blood, but there's nothing to show for it. The corn is dying and our enemies approach. Only you know how strong they are, cousin. You have watched their advance.
If the feathered serpent does not heed the offerings before moonrise, the king will offer himself and his daughter to Tezcatlipoca tomorrow at dawn.
They will do their duty, as we all must. Their hearts will be offered to the jaguar god, who will savor the blood of a king and his only child.
They will offer their hearts so that we may be offered new life and a new king. Great is Tezcatlipoca, endless his thirst.
Tepik, you are back. We have all been worried for you. The king is weak.
And you? How are you?
I am well, of course. The king is expecting you. Please bring these bandages to him. He wishes to make another sacrifice.
He has made many?
Too many. He is so weak.
And still, Quetzalcoatl hasn't spoken?
No. His chulel has left us. Without life force, we will die. So the prince will reign, and we shall pay homage to Tezcatlipoca. And we shall have his chulel. The blood will never stop flowing. Our people's hearts will be torn from their breasts to feed Tezcatlipoca the jaguar. It has happened in many cities. Now it is our turn.
You know the king and his daughter are to be sacrificed if the feathered serpent hasn't awakened by moonrise.
Yes, I know. Their hearts will be the first of many. Now you must take these bandages into him.
I have thought about you. At night, hiding from the enemy, I thought about you.
You should learn to control your thoughts. I think only of the king and of Quetzalcoatl, my god. Please take those bandages in.
I spoke to the prince. He says he will be king tomorrow in his brother's place.
Yes, as soon as our king and his daughter die. Please take the bandages to the king. He is anxious to make another sacrifice to the feathered serpent.
The jaguar priest just told me that he is to sacrifice the king and his child tomorrow at dawn.
Yes. He will cut out 100 hearts tomorrow. Tezcatlipoca, the smoking mirror, requires many for his chulel. The king is expecting those bandages.
What can we do to help the king?
One thing, but I will tell you later. The king is impatient to make his sacrifice and is waiting for the bandages. Go to him.
You said the king has been making too many sacrifices.
Yes. His heart will barely be beating when Tezcatlipoca's priest cuts it out. Now you must take in the bandages. He wishes to make another sacrifice. He still believes that Quetzalcoatl will hear him.
The king's daughter is to be sacrificed to Tezcatlipoca?
What better dish to set before the jaguar god? Now please take the bandages into the king.
You're back, Tibet. We are glad to see you. Set the bandages down before me. I must make another sacrifice. The bandages first. Set them before me. Thank you, cousin. You have been gone for many days. What have you to report?
The enemy is strong, and King Shul eager for battle.
When will they be here?
In 2 days, wise one.
I shall not see them then.
I talked with your brother, Majesty. He does not believe Quetzalcoatl will answer us.
My brother has always longed for the chulel of Tezcatlipoca. He longs to offer the hearts of our enemies.
Not only enemies.
The smoking mirror does not give chulel for corn, cousin. If we ask for his strength, we must pay.
Your daughter is young to die, Majesty.
The jaguar god exalts in young blood, cousin. May the sacrifice bring our city chulel to fight and survive.
So you will not lead us against the enemy, Majesty?
My brother will be king. He will lead our army. If the feathered serpent will not hear us, then perhaps his brother the jaguar will.
Your daughter's heart and your own are a heavy price.
We are willing to pay it. Many will die on Tezcatlipoca's altar. Many more in battle.
Our corn crop is failing, Majesty.
Yes, as did the last one, and the one before that. Same sickness.
Are the reserves enough to feed us for another year?
No. If this crop fails us, many of our people will starve.
How are you?
I am well.
Quetzalcoatl is not easy to awaken.
If he does not answer, I will offer my blood to his brother, and he will answer.
Your father will keep trying until the moon rises. Quetzalcoatl may answer yet.
He may. If not, our people will turn to the jaguar god.
There's still time. We mustn't give up hope.
We must do our duty. That is what my father has told me.
Will you join His Majesty in death, Wise One?
That is my wish. Nothing would please me better than to continue serving our king beyond death in Shambhala.
The High Priest has been waiting for this day.
I hope he will continue to wait. His Majesty has offered much blood to Quetzalcoatl. Before this day is out, our God will answer. I have faith.
What do your astrologers say of the star?
They mumble about signs and portents, but they know nothing.
Wait. Take these bandages to the priestess, even now. Quetzalcoatl may hear us and answer.
I have the bandages.
Give them to me, please. Let us pray the feathered serpent is finally awakened by the king's blood. Lord Quetzalcoatl, feathered serpent, giver of life, spirit of the corn we eat, return from distant dreams and heed our plea. Our corn is sick and dying in the fields. Your Chulel is not in it. Our enemies approach in great force, and our king must have Chulel. May you be strengthened by this offering. All I see in the smoke is the jaguar god.
'Tis Catlipoca. How can that be?
He is strong. His brother Quetzalcoatl is weak.
And the king is too weak to lead our army. There is no Chulel. Truly the gods are difficult to please.
The gods have their seasons, and Quetzalcoatl's may be done. That is what Tezcatlipoca's priest and the prince say. That is what the people think, but are too terrified to say, because they've heard about cities where the jaguar is set above all other gods.
We must submit to the seasons of the gods.
No, we mustn't. We will not submit to Tezcatlipoca. You must do something.
Can we fight the king's brother?
No, he is too powerful. Only Quetzalcoatl can help us by giving Chulel to the king.
The jaguar's high priest is eager to shed blood.
Tezcatlipoca is a demanding god.
The king seems resigned to his fate.
He will do his duty.
It is not pleasant to think that the king's daughter is to be sacrificed at dawn.
No, but she, like her father, knows her duty.
What is the star that shines throughout the day?
It is an omen. But of what? I am not sure. Only evil has befallen us since it appeared.
How can we save our king from the enemy and from Tezcatlipoca?
Quetzalcoatl sleeps. Tezcatlipoca, his brother, is always strong, always thirsty for our blood. You must go to Shambhala, the land of the dead.
Yes, I will offer my life to the feathered serpent.
No, you must not die. The dead cannot bargain with gods. You must bring back Chulel.
How can I go to Shambhala if I'm not dead?
I can send you.
What would I do there?
You must try to find Quetzalcoatl, to wake him, to ask him for the life force.
But how? And what if he is gone?
He isn't gone. He merely sleeps. Find Tezcatlipoca, and you will find the feathered serpent. They are twins. Where one is, both are. I don't know if you will succeed, but I believe you must try. Will you go?
Tremble, human, for this is Shambhala, land of the dead.
Yes, I know, but I'm not dead. I have come to find the Lord Quetzalcoatl.
Not dead? What is your name?
I am called Tepec. And you?
I am the Bat God. I welcome the souls of the dead. The living do not come here. That is why you are dead.
No. I have come to find the feathered serpent. He will give me Chulel. Then I will return to the land of the living.
Oh, I see. That is most unlikely and highly irregular.
The circumstances call for extreme measures, Lord Bat.
Is that so? Well, don't expect any favors, Tepec. As far as I'm concerned, you're as dead as the rest of them.
You say you welcome the souls of the dead?
Exactly. I test them.
What do you mean?
I test to see which may cross the rainbow bridge and which may not.
As I told you, I have come to find the feathered serpent.
That will be difficult. He is not here. You have wasted your time coming here.
Maybe. Is Tezcatlipoca to be found?
First Quetzalcoatl, now the jaguar.
Where one is, the other is. Or so I've been told.
You are well informed, Tepec. Yes, you may possibly find Tezcatlipoca. With courage.
How and where?
Across the river on the large island. It will not be easy. You will need to consult Chak.
Where is Chak?
On the small island, of course. To get to either, you must cross the Rainbow Bridge.
My king has been imploring Quetzalcoatl to give us Chulel.
With no success, naturally. Quetzalcoatl sleeps.
I will awaken him.
You must find him first, Tepec.
You spoke of a rainbow bridge.
Yes. If you wish to find Tezcatlipoca, you will need to cross the bridge. It is the test.
For dead souls?
Precisely. Your soul may attempt to cross if you wish. It is there on the ground.
What must I do?
It's very simple. First, your soul must find the path leading to the bridge. Then it must rebuild the bridge. Then you and your soul may cross.
How will I travel on the river?
There is a dugout canoe at the other end of the Rainbow Bridge. Cross the bridge, and you may use the canoe.
shack will not speak to me.
Have you fed him?
What does he eat?
Well, he is a frog. Try an insect.
The jaguar answers the call of the stars.
Lord Chak told me that the jaguar answers the call of stars. I don't understand.
It sounds quite clear to me.
Would you mind explaining?
Tezcatlipoca will only appear if summoned. If you want to call upon him, you must reproduce a particular constellation of stars.
Which constellation?
You'll have to discover that for yourself, Tepek. Invoking gods isn't supposed to be simple, you know.
I haven't found the feathered serpent.
You have to. The king must have Chulel. Find and talk to Tezcatlipoca. He is hiding Quetzalcoatl from you. Where one is, both are.
What news of the king?
Time is slipping from him and from his child. You must get the Chulel from Quetzalcoatl.
I'm told that the jaguar god answers the call of his stars. What can that mean?
Have you seen his pyramid? I have seen stars there.
What do you know of Chak the frog?
He is said to know much. If he tells you something, listen.
His Majesty is too tired to talk. We must let him regain some strength. His trials are not yet over.
Don't give up hope. Quetzalcoatl will answer.
I have not given up hope. But if he doesn't, then I will follow my father to Shambhala. It is good to die for one's people.
Your father is a brave man.
He does his duty. That is what he must do.
The priestess has faith in the feathered serpent. She says he will answer us.
She is his priestess. That is why. If he doesn't answer, she will be scorned.
I believe that daytime star to be a good omen.
The astrologers say they don't know what it means.
Your uncle expects to be king tomorrow.
Yes, with the dawn.
I would not like that.
My father says what will be, will be.
Why won't the king live to fight our enemies?
He is not yet dead. But if the feathered serpent doesn't hear us before the end of the day, then our king will offer himself and his daughter to another god. That is his duty and his privilege.
Is there no hope for the corn?
It is dying, withering. It has no chulel.
The priestess still believes Quetzalcoatl will answer.
She is not alone in that. We must have faith, all of us.
What do you make of that star that shines through the day, wise one?
It is an omen, but what it bodes is beyond even our astrologers.
I have found you at last, Lord Jaguar. I have found you at last, Lord Jaguar. Am I talking to myself? Am I talking to myself? Lord Jaguar, I have come to speak to your brother, the feathered serpent, Quetzalcoatl. Lord Jaguar, I have come to speak to your brother, the feathered serpent, Quetzalcoatl. I don't understand, Lord. I don't understand, Lord. I am not a dead soul, Lord Tezcatlipoca. I have come to Xibalba to save my city and my king. I am not a dead soul, Lord Tezcatlipoca. I have come to Xibalba to save my city and my king. I humbly ask you to answer, Lord. I humbly ask you to answer, Lord. Lord Jaguar, I have come for my king. Lord Jaguar, I have come for my king. Lord Jaguar, Lord Jaguar.
You were lucky once, human. You will not be again. What's in my web is mine.
Do Smoking Mirror and his mirror have their feet?
I have spoken to Tezcatlipoca, but I can't make sense of what he says to me.
Have you consulted Jack?
He asked me if Tezcatlipoca and his mirror both have their feet.
The question is quite simple, human. If the jaguar and his mirror do not have their feet, then you must find some for them.
I am told that the smoking mirror and his mirror have both lost a foot. I don't know where they are.
His foot, yes. Tezcatlipoca was attacked by the world crocodile and lost a foot. He replaced it with one carved from obsidian. Have you searched inside his pyramid? The answer may be there.
The jaguar's number is the bat's multiplied by itself.
The jaguar's number multiplied by itself is the snake's.
I have found you at last, Lord Jaguar.
Yes, we did.
I do not understand, Lord. I ask you to speak my language. Lord Jaguar, I have come to speak to your brother, the feathered serpent, Quetzalcoatl. I humbly ask you to speak my language, Lord. I am not a dead soul, Lord Tezcatlipoca. I have come to Shambhala to save my city and my king. Your words have no meaning for me, Jaguar God. Lord Jaguar, I have come for my king. Your words are beyond me.
What?
I have found you at last, Lord Jaguar.
What do you want?
I have come for my city and for my king.
Yes?
I wish to speak to the feathered serpent.
My brother cannot help you. He is weak. I am strong.
Yes, Lord. But your Chulel costs much blood.
Death is life, human. Lifeblood for your city.
It is your brother's Chulel I have come for. It is Quetzalcoatl I wish to see.
You have earned that right. I warn you, though. He has no strength to give you.
Who wakes me?
Lord, our city needs your Chulel.
Once I, like you, came to Shambhala seeking strength. And I gave Chulel to people, to their corn.
The corn is sick, and the king too weak to fight our enemies.
I have been sleeping while my brother grew strong.
If the king has no Chulel, our corn will die, and our city will bleed for the jaguar god.
I can give you Chulel, human, as I did before.
I thank you, Lord.
But I will need the skulls. They are not here. My brother has hidden them.
What skulls?
I made Chulel with the skulls of a man and a woman. You must find them. Take a feather from me. It will protect you.
From who? Where are the skulls, Lord?
Tezcatlipoca has hidden them. I don't know where. A place that is guarded.
I have found Quetzalcoatl.
And the Chulel?
Not yet. I must bring him ancient bones of the dead.
Yes, he will use them to make Chulel. That is how he gave us strength before.
My daughters could not stop you, thief. Perhaps I can. What's in my web is mine.
Take my Chulel to your king.
Lord Bat, I have the Chulel of Quetzalcoatl.
Then you have what you came for. You impress me, human.
Our king will live.
Not forever, Tepek. Everything dies, you know. Even gods.
You have the Chulel. Take it to the king now. There's no time for talking. The day will soon end. The king needs the Chulel now. Take it to him.
The Chulel of Quetzalcoatl, Majesty.
Bring my sword. There's a battle to be won. Majesty, the sickness has left the corn, and King Shul is dead. His army has returned to Calco.
You have saved us, Tepek. Here is my gift to you.
The shadow of death has left us. Quetzalcoatl gives us life.
I remember nothing of my journey here. Why did I come?
Because you are the bearer of light. Because a secret part of you was awakened and led you here.
Explain this to me.
There are many things I do not know, Ten.
What can you tell me?
The light and the dark both heard the call and have awakened. The light must travel to the dark. I will help you reach Shambhala.
Shambhala exists only in dreams and children's tales.
If that is so, then I will help you to a dream.
How?
There is a way, a road. Long ago your ancestors prepared it, then broke it into 6. Only you can find the pieces and reach Shambhala. Remember the path you travel.
Why must I go there?
Because you carry the light.
The road has taken me on strange journeys.
It is not your physical body which makes those journeys, Ten.
What of the places I go to? Do they exist?
For you, they certainly do.
What is that?
It is the road to Shambhala.
Does not look like any road I have seen.
And yet it is your road, prepared by your ancestors. Its 6 sections must be put back in place. When that is done, and when your crystal is ready, then you will travel to Shambhala. Remember the road you travel.
What do you mean, when my crystal is ready?
I only know it must change before you can use it to open the way to Shambhala.
How am I to find these 6 sections of the road?
3 are here. Each leads to another which has been kept in hiding far away.
Are you well, old master?
Oh, yes, very well. Thank you for asking.
May I also ask your name, master?
Certainly. I am Wu Dao Shi.
I am Wei Yu Lan, old master, a government official. I have come from Fangyi, where I had the honor of collating the Imperial Archives.
And where are you going now, Dr. Wei? To a new post?
Yes, to the sub-prefecture of Liyang, where I am to take charge of the civil register.
First, though, you must get past the shadow that has taken up residence before our gate.
What can you tell me of that shadow that blocks the gateway, old master?
Well, you are right, in my useless opinion, to call it a shadow.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Wei Yu Lan.
Yes, you are the visiting official. Our humble sanctuary is honored by your visit, sir. I am Sung Dao Shi. I wish I had joined my brothers and gone with the exorcists.
Where have they all gone?
To chase the hungry ghosts who have been wandering the region ever since this strange new star appeared in the heavens. Now our own monastery is haunted, and without our exorcists, we are helpless.
The old monk.
Wu Dao Shi. He is the master of directions.
What does that mean?
Only he and the abbot know.
Do you know anything about the shadow that blocks the gateway?
Forgive me, but I am no exorcist. My belief is that we are all doomed.
Do you think the shadow will kill us?
If none can enter or leave the monastery, then we will die of thirst. The well is beyond the gate, you see.
You must be very concerned about the shadow that's barring the gate, Master Lo.
Indeed, Dr. Wei. I have been here in the abode of the Purple Deposit many years now, and witnessed many marvels, but this shadow demon is most unusual.
Do you have any idea what may have caused such a phenomenon?
I believe it is a result of that new star. A celestial body that shines both day and night is a wonder of great portent. It has caused much imbalance. The entire region is overrun with unhappy ghosts and escaped demons.
Master Lo, I imagine that, as abbot, you are eager to remove the shadow barring the gate to your monastery.
Thank you, Dr. Wei, for reminding me of my responsibilities. Alas, both of our exorcists are wandering the countryside, chasing hungry ghosts.
So we must wait for their return? May I ask when that will be?
I have no way of telling. It is very likely that we shall all die of thirst long before they come back. Our water, you see, comes from the well outside the gate.
I can't help feeling there must be something we can do. While I appreciate your hospitality, the sub-prefect is expecting me in Liyang, where I am to oversee the civil register.
Ah, yes. It wouldn't do for an important official to neglect his duties to the emperor. I suppose we could ask Grand Master Tan Yun to help.
Tan Yun? I don't believe I've met him.
No, he is the finest exorcist ever to have dwelt here in the abode of the Purple Deposit. If anyone can rid us of that shadow demon, it is surely Tan Yun.
Then may I suggest you ask him to?
An excellent idea, Dr. Wei. There is a small difficulty. Master Tan hasn't been seen for 317 years.
Oh. So his ghost must be summoned and asked for advice? I remind you that you have no exorcist in the monastery, Master Lo. How do you intend to conjure up his spirit?
I did not say Tan Yun was dead, Doctor. He attained immortality 317 years ago through devout practice of the alchemical disciplines.
I see. And how is he to be reached, Master Lo? I have heard of an island where the immortals dwell, but I wasn't aware that anyone else could visit.
Tan Yun lives somewhere here in the abode of the Purple Deposit. There is a way to find him. It is not without risk, however. Over the years, a number have set out to see him. None have returned.
Which of the Dao Shi will you send?
Alas, almost everyone is out assisting the exorcists. Of those left, Sung is too frightened. Chen does nothing but quote the ancient masters. I myself must remain to oversee the monastery, unfortunately. And old Wu can't go, of course.
Why can't he go?
Why? Because he's the master of directions. Tan Yun created a magic pathway to be followed by any who wish to visit him. The master of directions is there to send the traveler on his way, but may not himself follow the path.
If I understand you, Master Lo, I am the one who must find Tan Yun.
Only if you cling to life, Dr. Wei. If that is the case, then I suggest you talk to old Master Wu.
How long has Wu Dao Shi been Master of Directions?
For longer than I have been here in the abode of the Purple Deposit. He is an old man now.
Why can't he visit the immortal Master Tan Yun? He knows more about the magic pathway than anyone else.
The answer to that is very simple. He might never return. No one who has traveled that path has ever been seen again, you understand? Without a master of directions, no one could ever go again.
And I suppose that there can only be one Master of Directions.
Exactly so, Dr. Wei. When old Wu feels the approach of death, he will select a Dao Shi and teach him the secret ritual. That is what Tan Yun stipulated, and we respect the immortal's wishes.
What do you know of Tan Yun?
Very little. As I explained to you, he studied the inner and outer arts for a long period and then announced that he had attained immortality.
And he vanished?
Exactly. Having first chosen a Master of Directions whose task was to guide anyone who wished to attempt to visit the immortal Master in his new dwelling place.
Have many undertaken that voyage?
A fair number. It has been more than 300 years, you know. I have sometimes wondered why none have ever returned. Do they get lost in some unimaginable eternity? Are they tormented by demons? Perhaps you will discover the answer. A road may take 1,000 directions. The truth knows only one. Something and nothing produce one another. The Tao is the mystery beyond mysteries. A road may take 1,000 directions. The truth knows only one.
I have tried talking to a Dao Shi who speaks only in proverbs or quotations.
Ah, yes, you have met Chen. His wisdom is indeed profound, but will be of no practical use in your current endeavor, I'm sorry to say.
His Holiness the Abbot has advised me to consult you, Master Wu.
Oh, has he? What about?
His Holiness has asked me to exorcise the Shadow Demon. He mentioned an immortal, the Grand Master Tan Yun, and suggested you might help me find him.
Yes, I know the ritual. Meet me in the turtle chamber.
Which room is the turtle chamber, Old Master?
Water. You must look for water. I will see you there.
Master Wu asked me to meet him in the turtle chamber. Do you know where that is?
Yes, it is the room with the pond. You can't miss it, Dr. Wei. Our monastery is not a large one.
Ah, there you are.
You're sure you wish to find Tan Yun?
I have no choice, Old Master, if I'm to be in Liang in time to assume my new functions.
It's only fair to point out that many have undertaken the journey to see the immortal, but none have returned.
Oh, I see.
However, if you are determined to reach Liang, Dr. Wei, then I'm sure you'll find a way back.
What must I do, Master Wu?
First, the 4 directions must be established. Then you will travel to the House of the Tiger. You will need these 2 objects.
Tell me about the House of the Tiger, Old Master.
Once he has established the 4 directions, the turtle leaves the lake and travels the path to the House of the Tiger. Tell me when you are ready to undertake the journey.
What am I to do now, old master?
The first part. The turtle, the plane at his tail, swims towards the mountain. To his right, the pagoda. To his left, the river.
I am ready to travel to the house of the tiger, old master.
Having taken his bearings, the turtle begins his journey. Now you will take the turtle's place, Dr. Wei. Listen carefully. Facing in the direction indicated by the mountain, the turtle now leaves the lake and immediately finds himself at a crossroads. Tell me when you have reached that point and are ready to travel on to the house of the tiger.
I am ready to continue, old master.
If you wish to abandon the journey at any time, please tell me. Otherwise, listen carefully. The turtle turns in the direction indicated by the pagoda and travels to the next crossroads. Turning to face in the direction shown by the plane, the turtle travels along the path to the next crossroads. Turning to face in the direction shown by the pagoda, the turtle walks the path to the next crossroads. Turning to face in the direction indicated by the mountain, the turtle travels the path to the next crossroads. Turning to face in the direction indicated by the river, the turtle journeys along the road to the next crossroads. Turning to face once more in the direction indicated by the mountain, the turtle journeys along the path to the next crossroads. Having at last reached the house of the tiger, the turtle takes the shortest path to the house of the dragon. Behold the dragon door! My work is at an end. The rest of the journey is yours to discover alone.
something for you, sir. But first you'll have to pay me. Thank you, sir. And this is for you. Metal is born of it. Wood later destroys it.
Pay me first. Money. There is nothing I like better. I have something for you in exchange. It creates water, but is later consumed by fire.
I have something for you, if you pay me. And this is for you. Water drowns it.
Show me the color of your money. Thank you. Look at what you bought in exchange. It engenders fire and is later eaten by metal.
What I have for you can only be sold for money. This is what I have for you. It fashions wood.
You were looking for me?
You are Master Tan?
The very same. And you are...
Wei Yulan.
You are welcome, Master Wei. Is there something I can do for you?
I imagine being immortal must be fascinating.
Do you?
Well, yes. Isn't it?
It used to be. Time does occasionally drag a little, you see.
You don't have any companions?
No, I get the occasional visitor, of course, like yourself.
I've been told your visitors never return to the mortal world.
That has been the case up to now, yes.
Is it impossible to go back from here?
Oh, not at all. Much easier than getting here in the first place, I assure you.
Might I ask where your previous visitors are now, since they never returned to the monastery?
An excellent question, Master Wei. They appear to have got lost.
The abode of the purple deposit.
I remember it well.
A shadow has taken up residence in the courtyard.
A shadow, you say? And I imagine it is blocking the gate, yes?
Exactly. I wish to exercise it, but lack the means and the knowledge.
Are there no exorcists in the monastery? There used to be.
They're busy elsewhere, chasing hungry ghosts.
I see. A perverse power is abroad in the mortal plane. I can help, Master Wei. I will provide you with the means and knowledge to exorcise your shadow demon. If you will fetch for me the mushroom of immortality.
Certainly, Master Tan. But might I ask why you should need a mushroom of immortality, since you are already immortal?
Ah, but I'm not. That is, I am, but for a period of 500 years only, and more than half of those have passed already. The mushroom will grant me permanent immortality, you understand?
Perfectly. Where will I find the mushroom?
In hell, Master Wei.
I see. Can it be found anywhere else?
Alas, no. And I confess I'm a little afraid to go myself. From what I hear, hell is a confusing place. Allow me to open the doorway for you.
Can you tell me how to find the mushroom of immortality?
I can tell you very little.
Little is better than nothing, Master Tan.
Is it indeed? Well, I know the search can take rather a long time, if past experience is anything to go by.
You've tried?
As I told you, hell holds no charms for me, Master Wei. But others have attempted to acquire the mushroom on my behalf.
And?
And I'm still waiting.
Do you know anything about the strange star in the sky?
No. Do you?
Nothing.
A pity. Something most unusual is happening on the mortal plane, Master Wei. You are living in interesting times.
Will I be able to come back out of that doorway to hell?
Oh, have no fear on that account, Master Wei. They hold no one there against his will, you know.
Oh, I thought they did.
No, no, no. Superstitious nonsense. You're quite free to come and go. Try it. You'll see I'm right.
Excuse me?
Yes.
I've come for a mushroom of immortality.
Form.
I'm sorry?
Give me your form.
Well, I don't have one.
Then you're wasting my time. No form, no mushroom.
Are you saying I need to fill out a form?
No, you have to get a form stamped correctly.
I see. Can you give me a form to get stamped?
Yes.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Do you know the immortal Master Tan?
Has he submitted a form?
I don't think so.
Well, that answers your question, doesn't it?
Excuse me.
Hmm?
Who are the strange creatures flying about this place?
Applicants having their forms stamped.
Are they human?
They were, when they arrived.
Excuse me.
What is it?
Would you mind explaining exactly what to do with the form you gave me?
Bring it back when it's been stamped correctly.
Yes, I understand that, but I'd like to know how to have it correctly stamped.
A correctly stamped form is one which has been stamped as specified in paragraph 27 of section 12, subsection 53.
Would you mind quoting that particular paragraph to me?
Forms must be correctly stamped.
The officials in hell aren't very helpful.
Helpful officials? An intriguing notion, Masterway.
There are strange flying creatures in there, Master Tan. Are they ghosts?
That is a possibility, Masterway. As you may have gathered, a number of mortals have volunteered to get the mushroom for me over the centuries. None have so far succeeded.
I'd have helped you if you'd saved me.
Excuse me.
Yes?
There's a very small woman here who's different from the others.
That does not excuse her from following correct procedures.
Could you tell me who she is?
No.
I saw a strange, tiny woman in there.
Did she have my mushroom?
No, at least I don't think so. She seemed quite out of place in hell.
Forget her, Masterway. A mere distraction, I assure you. Concentrate on the task in hand.
You spared my life. Without me, my cubs would have died too.
Your form? Next.
I can't stamp your form if you don't give it to me. Next.
Where's the form? Next.
It appears correct.
Good. May I have the mushroom now, please?
Yes, yes. There's no call to be rude, you know. A little patience and consideration isn't too much to ask, is it?
No, of course not.
Here.
We are agreed that in exchange for the mushroom of immortality, you will help me defeat the shadow demon?
Surely you cannot doubt the word of an immortal, Master Wei. Ah, my mushroom. You, Master Wei, are a most resourceful mortal.
You flatter me, Master Tan. Now, about the shadow demon.
Shadow demon? A shadow demon, you say? I'm not sure I can help you.
Must I remind you of our agreement?
Agreement? We had an agreement? I fooled you, didn't I? No, I hadn't forgotten, Master Wei. It's very simple. You must place the serpent on the shadow, then release it. The serpent, that is. And I believe that concludes our business.
Dr. Wei, we of the abode of the Purple Deposit are in your debt.
Is it not the duty of all government officials to restore harmony where it is disturbed, Master Lo?
As you say, Doctor. Allow us to wish you a pleasant and speedy journey to Liyang, whose sub-prefect and people are fortunate indeed to receive so worthy a master of the civil register.
Dr. Wei.
Master Wu?
A young woman gave me something for the man who saved her from the hunter. Am I right to think you are that man?
I believe so, old master. In truth, I did very little.
She did not think so. Take her gift and journey safely, Wei Yulan.
I have a mark on the palm of my hand. It is clearer than it used to be.
It is the sign of the light bearer. It has heard the call and is awake.
My crystal has changed shape.
It will open the way to Shambhala, but only when the road is complete.
This is Shambhala?
Yes. For you, this is Shambhala.
There are many things I do not understand. Does my journey end in this place?
No, Ten. You and the power you carry are part of each other. Its journey does not end here. Neither does yours.
Please explain this power to me.
It came from somewhere in the stars. It was infinitely wiser, more intelligent than our ancestors. But they had something which it lacked. A physical body, sensations, joy and pain, the cycle of birth and death.
It wanted to suffer and die?
The power does not die, Ten, but it can share the experience with whoever carries it.
What happened when it came to Earth? Did it seek out a body to inhabit?
No. It lay inside a crystal and waited until a small tribe of islanders discovered it. The power gave them knowledge, and more importantly, the thirst to discover. They left their island and traveled around the world.
And did the power get its wish?
Eventually. You are proof of that. But it did not ask. It waited to be invited. And while it waited, some of the traveling islanders, hungry for more knowledge than the power was willing to impart, found a way to smash the crystal and split the power in two.
Light and dark.
chaos and order. Opposites. The two halves of the power fought. The people formed two factions, and many lost their lives. Finally, the followers of the light prevailed.
What happened then?
To prevent further war, some of the people took the light back to the island where it had first been found. Then they came here and built Shambhala.
And the others? They kept the dark half of the power?
Yes, they kept it prisoner and buried it. And they settled on an island which they called Atlantis.
But they no longer had the power.
They had echoes, Ten. The crystal had been smashed into 1,000 pieces, and each of these contained some memory of the power. The people of Atlantis used their crystals to create a brilliant civilization, hidden from the rest of mankind.
Are they still there?
No, they were scattered long ago, when their island sank beneath the ocean.
How did that happen?
Some of the people, eager to be masters of all the world, unburied the dark half of the power and unleashed a tide of destruction. One man, your ancestor Seth, traveled to where the light was hidden and took it into him. Together, they defeated the dark.
Well, I have come. I still do not understand why.
You are here because the light heard the call and began to awake and led you to the road.
Was the light asleep?
Yes. After the sinking of Atlantis, the people of Shambhala were afraid of another confrontation between the two halves of the power. So, they devised a way of putting the dark to sleep.
And the light?
One cannot sleep if the other is awake, Ten. They are halves of one being, much more than twins. The dark slept in its prison, the light inside many succeeding generations of bearers. You are the last.
Why? Why am I the last, and why has the power come awake?
Your ancestors knew a sign would one day come, calling the power back to its origin. They suspected that nothing would prevent the call from waking both halves of the power, so they made what preparations they could.
What were they?
They built the road to Shambhala and scattered its parts in different places so that only the light-bearer, possessing the crystal, could follow it.
Why did they want the light-bearer to come here?
From here you will find the way to the Dark One's prison. There, light and dark must be rejoined so that the power can answer the call.
Why did my ancestors, with all their skills, join the two halves?
Only light and dark themselves can join and become one. One must absorb and dominate the other. Before they were separated, light was master. That is how it must be again.
And if dark absorbs light?
That is what your ancestors feared, Ten, and that is why the power was put to sleep. But now the joining must be done. The light must be stronger.
Why didn't the halves join when they last fought?
Because your ancestor Seth, the first bearer, was not willing to risk dark absorbing light, and so he prevented their joining. Now, though, the call has come, and there is no choice. The power cannot be put to sleep again.
But what has this to do with me? I am only the bearer of the light.
The power came in search of physical form, Ten, to fulfill its destiny. Today that form is you. You and the light are one and inseparable. Soon you will also be one with the dark.
And what will I do then?
Fulfill your destiny, Ten, whatever it may be.
Who are you, Rhea?
I was the last queen of Atlantis, Ten, and not a good one. I did not foresee the tragedy which had threatened for years to befall our island. I was forced to seek refuge in Shambhala. Now I repay my debt, in part.
But you told me Atlantis was destroyed long in the past. How can you be here now?
I am not. Not exactly. I am a message, Ten. A message which has waited for this day. When you leave, so shall I.
What will become of you?
Whatever words become, once they are spoken.
You know of the man who helped me follow the road here?
The guardian of the crystal. He was the last of many.
Tell me more.
When the preparations for these events were made here in Shambhala, a crystal was entrusted to the first guardian and has been passed with precise instructions from master to apprentice down through the ages.
My crystal contains a journey.
The way back, for the power. When light and dark are one, you will finish that journey.
Do you know what I'll find there?
No. The power will guide you.
How will I know the dark?
You will know it when you meet it, Ten.
How can I help the light absorb it?
You will subdue the dark together, as one, or be absorbed and subdued by it. Wield the light with your hand.
With my hand. Where is the dark?
In its prison, waiting for you. There is a final screen of protection between this place and the dark, which only you can cross. There is no way back from there, Ten. Once you leave Shambhala, light and dark will come face to face at last.
The star that shines in the day. That is the call?
Yes. The power must go back to its source and find completion.
What kind of star is it?
It is a great death in the heavens, Ten. An ancient star that exploded many thousands of years ago.
How do you know this?
The power spoke of it, before your ancestors and mine broke it in two.
The thing you seek contains nothing. You talk to no gods in that place.
It's not something you exchanged. No long-gone queen awaited you there. Oh, God offered it to you. Nobody lives there forever. It was not made for a king. No green circles are seen there. No clouds hide it. No creatures fly there.
It is not something you might often use. It's not a place to talk to kings.
It's not a creature. No birds fall to the ground there.
You are whole once more. Light and dark are one. Here is your crystal. The journey to the source is almost complete.